stuff for you. If possible, what I will be doing is I'll also be taking one more session in I'll extend this one more session for one more class, and I'll go a little more advanced level also based on how it goes today. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing, you all know my name now. I have overall 13 years of experience. Okay, I am a full stack developer currently working in a product-based organization known as APN, which is a low coding platform like your Pega. And what we have done is we have used React and we have built a library of our own called as Sail. Okay, this will be very relevant when I'm going teaching you React now. Okay, why I'm telling this particular line. So this will be very much relevant to you. Okay, and I have also worked in my previous experiences goes with State Bank of India. I was a government employee there, and I have left that particular job. Okay, so people have a lot of questions why you left government jobs. So that is a very different issues, and we'll talk about in my classes when we are meeting in our personal classes. Okay. So I worked in multiple areas, multiple places, and this is what all about my major skill set are full stack using Java and React. Nice. Okay. So let us start. So why React.js? Why not React? Okay. I've got many questions every time. Why so many questions? See, he is also asking us why so many questions. But we have these kind of questions. So it's nothing very much, it's a very simple, straightforward thing. In React.js, you are specifying that I am going to use React using my JavaScript, but React gives you a flexibility to use React with TypeScript also, which is an extension of your JavaScript. I think I have made myself very clear. React.js, you are specifying that I am going to use React using JavaScript only. But if I am telling React, that means I will use JavaScript also, and I can use TypeScript also, which is an extension of React. Okay. So if tomorrow I can use another language, I bring React Abhijit. Okay, that means I'm specifying that React will be used using Abhijit. That's it. There is nothing more significance than this. Now, why did React came into picture? Aren't we satisfied? Did we not? Are we not building websites before React were available or Angulars were available? So why did React came into picture? See, as and when the time has progressed from our 90s era, when we had mobile phones, touch phones, where phones like this, you can see. Okay, this is our phone which you used to have, and now you can see what we do here. So they have changed a lot. Okay, now everybody wants their websites or their applications to be in their mobile, and they can do everything on that. Okay. So to do a transition from your old static mobile phones to your current responsive mobile phone, we also need to evolve. Okay. We need to make a responsive website. Responsive websites are what? The websites which even if you see in your in your desktop or in your laptop, in your tab, in your mobile, gives you a seamless experience, give you a same unified experience you'll feel across all devices. So one of the major challenges that people had, and when they used basic HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and uh, jQuery. Okay. So this was the major thing that happened, and people build React. Okay, people build React so that they can build kind of a responsive website. They can build website. They can give productivity as fast as possible. Okay, they can give productivity as fast as possible. And also, once you are giving productivity faster, that means you're reducing the time, and clients get those benefits. Everybody wants everything in cheap. They want discount, and they want in faster manner. Okay, so to do build all these activities, we needed React. Okay, we needed React. Okay, so this was all why actually React, very basic starting, very basic initial stage. Now, what is React actually? Okay, so React is nothing but, you will read in definitions. So React is nothing but a library. Okay, so then what is a library? If you go, everybody would have gone to the library in their school or in their colleges. What you go get in library? When you go to a library, all the books are available there. If I want to read UPSC, I can go. I want to read IT, I can go. I want to read C, I can go. Java, everything is available at a single place. And that is what library is all about. Okay. This is one of the best definition I could give you. Library is where you don't need to run here and there. Go at one place, everything is available. But suppose I want to study from my home. I want to study today IT. I have to go to one of the shops, purchase IT books. I have to go to tomorrow UPSC shops. I have to get a UPSC book. Go to encyclopedia, go to your C Sharp, go to your Java store. So you have to go visit multiple places, go for multiple third party, and then you can combine together and then make it. Same problem happened using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And that is where React was very much helpful because you get everything, one-stop solution you get. Okay. There are other benefits that I'm going to talk about, but this is one of the biggest definitions that is why it is called as a library. Okay, that is why it is called as a library. Now, before moving forward, this is one of the biggest debatable questions. React is better, Angular is better. In your chat, can anybody tell me what is better? What do you feel? React is better, Angular is better. Or even you can unmute yourself and you can talk about it. I don't have any issues. Don't feel what others are going to say. I want your honest opinion that whatever what you feel. Okay. Do you feel Angular is better or do you feel React is better? Am I audible to everybody? Have I asked a very difficult question here? No, right? Simple. React is better. Okay, good. That is a very honest framework. Superb, Amit. This is the answer what I was looking for. Okay. See, there is no comparison. Actually, okay, there is no comparison between React and Angular because you are comparing tomato with potato. Okay, there is literally no comparison because React is a library and Angular is a framework. React is a library, Angular is a framework. Okay, so there is literally no comparison. It is based on my specification, what I want to use in my particular project. If already I have a framework, I will go with React. Why do I need to have another framework? Even people do. People have multiple frameworks also. It's not that people don't take. Okay. But many times their persona is or they want is like already I have a framework. I just need a library where I can create my user interface. People go for React. But if they want to implement a framework itself, they go for Angular. Difference between now here comes a very good question. Difference between framework and your library. Very simple difference. The difference is in React, you are in charge. You are telling that this place, I need to use this particular library or this particular function and throw it away. In Angular, Angular takes the charge or any framework takes the charge. They themselves will call the function and they themselves will remove it. You'll see in Spring Boot dependency injection and all those things that happens. Okay. So this is all about your React Angular. What is the comparison? Now, the biggest benefit of React, why React is being used, is very two important things are React is a component-based library. Second thing, React is what is implements virtual DOM. Okay, people will ask, what is component-based architecture? Simple thing. Design everything in a small component. You have a puzzles, right? You take a puzzle, take small pieces, and then combine it and build a small or a end product. Okay, same thing in React. Build a navigation bar, build a header, build a footer, build a side component, build the media component. Everything you can build separately and combine it at a single place. That is the benefit of React. The beauty of this is it is very loosely coupled. Okay, it is the beauty of this. It is a very loosely coupled architecture. So what happens? I make any changes to one of the file. I don't need to worry about my regression issues that, okay, something else is going to break. Today, I'm making this change in a button. I'm including a button in my page. It doesn't happen that, okay, it goes and breaks something else. No. So that is one of the biggest thing. Virtual DOM. The biggest advantage of React is virtual DOM and people claim it. Okay, React actually claims it that we are the fastest. Why they do that? Because they work on virtual DOM. What is DOM? DOM is nothing but a document object model. Whatever is painted in front of you. When a browser hits www.google.com, it goes to Google server, get all the bytes data, convert in front of a DOM in using browser engine. This all in detail we'll discuss in our classes, but I'm just giving you a feel of that. When you hit google.com, goes to Google server, get bytes of data, paint a picture in front of you that is called document object model in a proper hierarchy, that is HTML, body, div, page, whatever it is. Okay, that is your document object model. Now, my previous JavaScript, if I want to make any changes, suppose I'm making any change to one of the model, or to one of the node, what happens here is that it refreshes the entire document object model. But React, what it does, it keeps a memory of your document object model in the browser. Keep a memory, make a separate copy of your DOM. And wherever the change is required, it goes and update only that particular node and only make that particular difference and bring it in front of you. It is not refreshing the page each and every time. I will show you also when I am doing it. Okay. I'll show you a very nice website example where you will see nothing is getting refreshed, but everything is painted in front of you. Okay. So that is the beauty of React again. And that is where React is very, very fast. Okay. So I hope I am clear now. Now let us move to creating. Somebody asked any doubt. Sir, one thing that most influential but startup follow React. I can tell you. See, MNCs are what happens is it depends on how the project you have achieved. Okay, suppose I'm a product owner or a business analyst. Okay, what are the tools I have proposed to them? Okay, there are different criteria to setting up a tool. Okay, what is my requirement? I have done the POC on React and Angular. What are the gaps that I have to fulfill in between? So whichever gap is lowest, I will use that particular tool. Okay, first of all. Second of all, startups, they want everything to be fast and they want to implement the newest thing. They want to pay anything here and there. They don't want to mess anything around with the framework. They just want a single framework. That is their mentality being here. Okay. So there are a couple of things that decides what framework or what tool you are going to use it. Okay. Now let me jump and first of all, create a REST API for us. Okay. So to create a REST API, I'm using IntelliJ IDEA, and what I'm going to do, everybody knows here. What I'm going to do, I am going to, first of all, create a Spring Boot project. So let me take Spring Initializer IO. Hope this will give me everything. Good. Okay. So I have Maven. Maven is dependency language and Java, Spring Boot 3.3 versions I am using. Let me change it to group to, what shall I do? Let me make a student and let me make as test. Okay, nice. Now, what I'm going to do here is, oh, it is hiding from me. Yeah, add dependency. Now, what all I need? First of all, definitely I'm going to use in work RESTful. So I need Spring Web. Then I'm going to add dependency. What all next I need? I need data JPA for connecting to data. Coming here, what I need next is I'm going to use MySQL. Yes, nice. I have this. And last of all, I'm going to use Lombok because I don't want to use getter setter every time. Okay. I want it as fast as possible. So all these dependencies will be added. And let me first generate my project. Okay. So if I show here what I am going to do, Control C, let me first paste it here. Let me extract all. Okay. Now I will take this, put it in my workspace folder. Okay, nice. So this is what I need. Let me go to my IntelliJ. Let me open this particular folder. Is loading. I think it has loaded. Yeah, and I have got all my folder structures. Okay, I have got my SRC, I have got main, I have got resources, I have got my. So here I have got my, and I think some of the dependencies are still getting installed. So let everything get set up properly. I have in my document, my test folder, test. Okay, nice. Let me take the full test from here. Okay. Otherwise, let me go to my document folder. Copy this path. That is getting built up. I hope I should not get error this time. Okay, so this time is cool. Okay, now this is our folder structure. You have got Maven, you have got form.xml where you have defined all the dependencies. Whatever I needed, I have defined it here. MySQL, Lombok, Spring Framework, everything I have defined here. MySQL. Okay. So this is where you have defined everything. You have a source code available. Main folder is there where you have Java, where you have test applications, where your Spring Boot main application resides. Now, my aim is, first of all, that I create some data. Okay. My ambition is to create some data using REST API and pull that data or use that REST API to give it in front of the user. So for that, my first simple basic thing will be to define a connection using my API hypertext. Okay. So my first thing will itself will be to connect to my SQL. I'm going to use MySQL. So I'm talking about MySQL where you can use anything which you want. Okay. Now, what all I need to do here? First of all, I need to give the data source. What is going to be my data source? Okay. And what will be my URL? Okay. So here, if I see, I have got, okay, I've already created one SQL connection for me. Okay. So if I go here, continue anyway, and then if I go here, I can create a new DB. Okay. Create a new DB. Okay. Create database. What name should I give? Let me give Ashok. Ashok is not good. Let me execute it. Let us refresh it. Ashok has been created here. I feel yes, it's created here. Okay. So my schema has been created. Ashok. Nice. Now, what is my URL here? So URL will be nothing. Let me copy my JDBC. Copy JDBC connection string clipboard. Let me see here what it gives me. Okay. So I don't need user and all, but I need JDBC, MySQL, and I need to give my, what is my DB name? What is my DB name here? My DB name is your Ashok in a small letter. Okay. So what I will go here? I will go here, give Ashok. Okay. So this is my complete URL. So I'm telling my Spring, go to this data source. This is your URL. Go and pick it and establish a connection for me. Now, I have already set up a username and password for me. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type spring.data source dot username is equal to, and I'm going to give, I've kept by default, everybody keeps this on. Okay. Until unless you want to change it. Now I'll give my password is equal to data source, data source. Okay, nice. Now all these things I have done. I have given him the connection. I have given him all the username, password access I have provided. Now My second thing here itself is that I need to tell, see, underlying is Spring JPA, but Spring JPA actually uses underlying property or underlying interface that they're going to use is your Hibernate. Okay. Everything they're going to use on Hibernate. So my Hibernate needs to know what actual DB I am going to use it here. So I have to tell my Hibernate that do go there and my JPA that go here and use this particular database. Okay. So I'm just going to configure and I'm going to tell them that what I am going to use. Okay. So everybody knows org.hibernate dot and you'll start getting everything. If I take dialect, good. Okay. So dialect is nothing but it tells, okay, this is what DB you need to use. Okay. Second thing, now, when I am going to create an entity class for myself, I will create a table first of all, and I'll create a column based on that. I'll give everything in my code only using because I'm using JPA Hibernate. So everything will be done here only. The problem comes here is that I need to specify that you don't need to go and create every time that table. Otherwise, it is going to be a problem for me. So I'm going to tell them that go there. Okay, go there but don't create and every time a table or everything. If anything is there, go and update it. Okay, go and update it. So you need to give here update. There are other things available here. If you see create only, drop, alter, so many things are available based on your requirement, but I want it to update. Now, everybody knows what is DDL. What is DDL? DDL is nothing but data definition language. Okay, there are two things, DDL and DM. You'll see a lot of places. So what happens in your DDL is that uh, currently I need to work with your table. You need to create an alter table, create table, update table, all those things. So working properly with tables. So you use DDL. Whenever I am working is to DDL is nothing but create altering the structures of the table. Okay, you can tell it very simple. Now, when I need to work with the data, I need DML, that is data manipulation language, like your SQL insert query, select query, join query, everything. Okay. Okay. Super. So this is what I have done my setting here. All my settings have been done in application.properties. Now, let me go and create some packages. Okay. Let me go and create some packages here. Okay. So if I go and create some packages, what do I need to do? Simple, go and create it. So let me create some packages as I need entity. Okay. First of all, I need entity. So I'm create one packages. Then what do I need? You need a lot of things, right? You need repository, you need DTO, you need some exception handling, you need your service class, you need your REST controller class. So all this will keep it in a separate package. Okay. All these things we are going to keep it in a separate package. So I'll create all those package. So I'll create one. Sorry, I think I've gone inside that. Let me go it here, new package. Okay. So I'll create here repository. Then I'm going to create here something called as your DTO. Okay. I will create something called as DTO. Then what I'll do, then I'll create something as what all I need. I need exception also. Okay. I will need REST. For REST, definitely we need a controller. So what will we need? We will need controller. Okay. So I think we have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 controller we have given. I think service we need definitely because we are going to design the REST API. So we need a service. So we'll create a service package. Okay. So I think I've given more or less what is required. Let us go to entity and create an entity. So entity, as one of you have already mentioned here, I think here also the use of entity is, so my aim is to create student entity. Okay. In that, I can add some students with their ID, with their first name, last name, and giving some email kind of a detail, any kind of detail that I'm going to give. Okay. So this is, I'm going to create an entity for this. Now, if I want to create the entity, I need to create the column's name. First of all, I need to create a table. Okay. I'm going to create a table. In that, it will be a student table. Okay. So first of all, I will create a table. Let me give it a table. Table, I'm going to give what name I'm going to give. I'm going to give name as, let me give it students. Okay. Because I'm talking about students. Okay. Now, students, what all we have? Let us type it fast. We have, what all we have? We have private, we have, what all we can discuss? We can put integer, but integer might be better to give a long year. Better to give a long year so that even if my ID goes a little bit longer, it will be an easy task for me. Let me give private string. We will have first name. Then we will have private string. We will have last name. Then we will have private string. Let me call it as email. Nice. Okay. Now, these all are going to be my columns also. So how to define a column in entity? Nothing. Everything will be done with annotations. Give them, okay, this is my column. Tell them this is my column. So this is going to be your column. Now the name of column, what do you want to give? I can give ID. Okay. I can give, or because this is an ID, I'm going to create a primary key. I don't need to give, actually, I can just define itself as at the rate ID. I have another option available. Okay. Now, here I can give, because this is going to be my primary key, I am going to tell him that I am not going to type any value. You need to auto increment yourself. We are not doing anything from the database. In database, you have, when you create a table, you have an option, give an auto increment. It is AI. But here you need to tell him that no, I don't want this. I want you to have, or generation type, auto identity, sequence table, everything we have. So I'm going to give them generation type dot identity by saying that this is my primary key, this is my ID, go here and auto increment. Whenever I insert any data based on the sequence, add another ID. Sit. Nothing more you are telling them. Now, these all are my normal columns. So I will give them normal column. I will give a name to those column name. Let me give as first underscore name. Now I will keep on copy pasting. We will copy paste, we will copy paste, we will copy paste. Okay. So here I will just give as last underscore name. And here we can give as email. Okay. Now this is done for my columns. I've given my primary key. I've created a table, but you need to tell them that, dude, this is an entity class, first of all. Okay. This is an entity class. Then only they will go and create a table for you, or they will do all the things that you want them to do. Okay. Now, this all things are done. Now I have to do a getter setter so that because all are private and I'm having long pop. So these are the benefits of having, I don't need to do every time all these things, just go give a setter. I will tell them to create a constructor. See, these are the benefits. When I used to work in struts and all, killer. No, you have to give to the mapping class also. I will create everything step by step. Okay. I'll create everything step by step. Okay. And I'll do in a very simple. See, there can be, if I want to type this in a project, I will do in a very different way, very frankly. Okay. Sometimes I can do it in a very different way also. So, but here when I want to teach you, I want to teach you very step by step. Okay. So that is my agenda here. So no argument constructor, you go and create. I'm asking all my Spring Boot. This all things are done by my Spring Boot. They know when to create it. Okay, this is what framework is all about. I have just given them that you have to create it when you decide. When you want to invoke, you decide. I'm not going to decide anything. Your job is to decide. I won't do anything from this. Okay. So this is what we are going to do here. Okay. Now we have done here. Now this is only going to create a table, but entity class is only kind of what to say. It's a kind of a template of a data. Now the internal underlying code has to be discussed that these are things need to be created. Your CRUD operation has to be done, create, update, everything. So for that, you have something called as interface JPA repository. Okay, you have something called as JPA repository. You have. So if you take JPA repository, it extends the repository. Okay, that is why I have kept a repository. So repository work is that if you pass any object to it, it understands that for this object, I need to do CRUD operations. I need to create, I need to update, I need to delete, I need to perform everything what is required on a table. Okay. So for that, I will go here, I will click here, I will create a new Java class, and I'm going to create actually an interface here. And let me create an interface as your, give it as student rep. Okay. I'll create something as a student rep. Okay. Now this student repo is going to, sorry, correct, extends. Okay. It is going to extend JPA. I think it came from a super. Now it is taking two argument. Okay. It's taking two argument. So one is, and this is, everybody know this is a generic type of argument. Okay. This symbol means generic. Why the symbol generic they have given? Because this is taken, open and close bracket is taken. So a lot of things has already been taken. Okay. So they have no other options. Okay. People ask me even these questions, why they have taken this. So this is why they have taken it. Okay. Now, here I am going to pass what entity I have created. I have created an entity student. Okay. I have created an entity student. And in student, what second ID I have discussed, you see, it is already giving you. So I just need to define that second parameter should be long. Okay, that's it. So my student repo extends and I'm passing that the object. Okay. So repository is nothing which does all your pagination, your sorting, everything it does. Okay. So this is what repository is used for. Created entity, created my repository. Now I will go and create a DTO class. Okay. First, let me create a class and then let me ask you, what do you think a DTO is about? Why I need to give a DTO? See, DTO is nothing but he's a messenger. He takes data from client to server, server to client, or you can tell from backend to UI. Okay, in a simple form. So it is kind of, it abstracts your data. It encapsulates your data. It picks what happens in Amazon. In Amazon, the delivery person wraps everything properly, comes from your client. Client can be somebody else. Okay, I'm purchasing from some other vendor. Job of Amazon delivery person is go there, collect that package. It should be in a proper wrap. He doesn't know what happens inside. He comes and delivers us. This is the best example I can give you for DTO. Okay. Now, wherever you go, you will have this in your mind. Okay. Wherever you go, you'll have this in your mind. What is DTO? DTO is nothing but an Amazon delivery person. So what he's going to do for you? He is going to collect from vendor the data, the packets, and he is going to come and deliver to me. In that case, client and server. Simple. Okay. Client and server. I have requested, and I'm the client, and server is my vendor, and in between mediator is my DTO. Okay. I hope I am making sense to everybody. Okay. Can I get some yes or no? Anything? Yes, no. I'm getting understanding. Are you, can you unmute? Are you not able to unmute yourself? No, I think you can unmute yourself. You can unmute and speak. You can unmute and speak yourself. Okay. You are unable to unmute. No, I cannot do that. Can't able to speak because I am getting an option just
Now we
to,
can able to speak.
yeah, nice. Yeah, tell me, tell me. You wanted to say something, right? Or shall I proceed?
Yeah, just one question. In entity class, we can use at the rate data also, right?
Yes, you can use at the rate data, but that has a, that comes with a baggage. Okay, that I will show
Okay.
you at last. Okay, that comes with a baggage. You can use data also. That's not at all issue.
Okay. Thank you.
You can use data. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. Now I have created something called as DTO class. Everybody got the feeling of what is DTO. Let us continue. Student DTO, nothing but DTO is what? DTO is nothing but a declaration. Whatever I have done there, I am going to use same thing here. Private long, give me ID. Then I will give you private long. Then I can give you, oh, sorry, long is private string, first name. Very soon we will have our API in front of us because I want to create API in front of you and we will use that API in our React. Have a little bit of patience and we'll learn a lot of things today. I will string email. Okay. Now nothing. I have to just create a getter setter and we all know how to do it now. Lombok is there for me. See, framework will do everything for me. That is the benefit, and that is why people are so much obsessed with Spring Boot and microservices nowadays. But if you come to my organization for any interview, I am going to ask only 5 minutes from Spring Boot. Very frankly, my 80% of the interviews goes with programming and 10% goes with your data structure. Okay, so this is done. Now, my entity and DTO, they don't have any relationships now. How my entity will know that I have to pass the data to DTO and DTO knows I have to send the data to entity. Okay. If a client is there, I am sending something. There should be a proper mediator who transfers between these two. Okay. Who transfer between these two. I need a vehicle in between. Okay. They're not going to come uh, straightforward way. They need to become between a mediator. Okay. They need to have some link between them. So where do I need to give a link? I need to create a proper mapper class which will map my DTO to my entity. Okay. Which will map my DTO to my entity. And I have not created any mapper package. And you guys didn't discuss also. You should have told me. That's Abhijit you made. You should have made this package. Let me make a mapper package and let me create a Java class. Okay. Let me make this a student mapper. Okay. So student mapper, let me, okay. This is my student mapper. Now what I am going to do, I am going to return student DTO. Okay, I am going to return student DTO. That is what the job of mapper classes. Student DTO map to, okay, student DTO, and now they will be linked. Now they will be linked together. Okay, now they are finally linked together. Okay, now I have not given any return. So I'm going to return it because I want to return, and I want to return with new student DTO. Okay. New student DTO. I'll get everything available here. Okay. Super spelling I could return. So nice of me. Okay, cool. Return I've done. Okay. Now I have passed here the parameter student. So I will use that parameter and get everything here. And they will do everything for you. You just need to get first name, then you need to get last name, then you need to get email. Okay. Now it is a two-way phenomena. Right now, I am returning a student DTO. Same thing, I need to map my student to student DTO to student. So same thing I will do here. Let me create another, this is the ending of this, okay. Let me create another method and let me make it static because I don't want to declare it, okay. So I made it as static. Now I'll create another static method. And in this static method, I am going to put student as a return type. Okay. And I am going to put map to student. Okay. What I'm going to pass here? It is obvious now. It is vice versa. So I'm going to pass here student DTO. And DTO. Okay, nice. Where I'm getting my errors? Okay, understood. I am not given a return type. Now let me return student. If I return student, I should have my student here. Let me return that student, whatever I have created, and let me do it here. Okay. At the end, you'll see the magic. What happens actually, whatever we are doing, it when the UI comes into picture, now you'll get all feel of it. Okay. Backend always you feel okay, I've hit, I've got the result, I've got postman, I've got response. But when you see in the UI, now that feeling is very different. Okay. That is where UI becomes very, very important for us. And UI, people want to use UI. Now I will give student DTO dot get ID. I will use student the DTO for first name. I will use student DTO dot get last name, and I will get student DTO dot get email. Oh, super. I want to keep a separate line for an alignment proper. Okay. So now I have created the connection between my entity, my repo, my mapper, my DTO. Okay, everything I've done. Now, the most important thing is coming your service layer, where you are going to define all your service methods. Okay, and we are going to convert those service method into REST by using controller. So two things we are going to use now is service and controller package. Okay, so let me create. Uh, what should I create? Let me create a new class. Okay, and I should give that class name as student service. Okay. And let me make is an implement interface and let me create it. Superb, it has been created. And in interface is what? Nothing but I'm going to define my method, what I'm going to use. So let me create a student DTO object with my job is to create student. Okay, I'm going to create a student. And in that, I will pass my student DTO and I will give, sorry, student DTO. Just the declaration I have given for student service class. Now I have to implement it somewhere. Let me do an implementation class and let me make it student service implementation class. Okay. So I need to implement whatever I have done there. And what was my name? Student service. Nice. Why I'm getting the error? I am getting the error because I have to implement the method and I will not do anything. I will just ask my ID to do it for me, and my ID is doing it clearly in front of you. Okay. Now, public student DTO, it is going to return a DTO, creating a student, going to pass a student DTO object here. Okay. Now, this I have to map to the mapper. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to map to the mapper class, student. Did I do something wrong? Let me use it from here. Otherwise, okay. Student, I am going to use student mapper, which I have already created, which is my mapper class. Yes, I have that. And I am going to use map to should give me what I'm going to use. I'm going to map to the student. Okay. And I'm going to pass the student. Okay. This is what I am going to do here. Okay. Now, to access my repo, I need repo object. So what I will do here is I will create a student repo. It should give me super. That is what this is all about, and do it here. Okay. Now let me create something as save. Okay. I am going to, if I give something, okay, cool, it has taken student, save the student. Okay. From student repo. Okay, I'm just telling from student repo, whatever you are going, just save it. Okay, so you will get everything here. What is your entity? Your entity is nothing but your student. Here I have created. Okay, here give the return type, return it whatever it want. It want you to return student mapper dot map to student DTO. I need DTO for that, and just pass it. So it will return you after saving everything, all the data. Okay, that's the job of your service class. Okay, now I have created this service class. Now I have to create a controller for this. That is a REST controller. And if I create that, if my final output should be available with us. Okay, now what should I give the class name? Let me give it as student controller. Okay, I have given student controller. That's it. Now, since I am going to use everywhere service here, let me create private student service, student service. Okay. Now I have to create a method of create student. That is, I have to make it as a REST. So simple thing, if you want anything to be made as REST, just give as response entity as your return type. It is a generic method and it is going to take your DTO. That is where DTO is so much important. It's encapsulating my data everywhere, wherever I. Now here you can create student. Okay, create student. Okay, and here I am going to pass student DTO, student DTO. Okay, now this is my. I have to return a response entity that I will return it now. But first, let me save everything. Okay, so student DTO dot. I will use, what should I use? I used saved student. Okay, whatever student I have saved. Let me create it. And I think I have created a student service over there. So done. And we'll give you create student, whatever method I have created from there, I can call it. And what I am going to pass? I am going to pass student DTO, whatever I have created here. So everything has been used and everything has been done. Now I just need to return my response entity. Okay, just need to return my response entity. In my response entity, I am going to give generic type. Why do I need to give inside generic type? I can give, I have used save student here, and let me give HTTP. I have given wrong HTTP status dot created. Why is it asking me to create a response entity? Because I need to, it is understanding it is a new thing. Okay. So here I will just pass this parameter now. Okay. So I have created everything. Okay. But where is the URL? Where is the URL wherever I am doing? So the URL is going into your, first let me tell what all I need to do. Okay. First, let me do a request mapping. Okay. First, let me make it as a REST controller. Okay, the basic thing I'll do is make it as a REST controller. Make it understand you are a REST. Your job is to create a REST controller. Okay. Then I have to create a mapping. That is, I need to give the URL. By what URL I'm going to access this. So I am going to give, let me give as slash API slash students. Okay. And I am going to create a constructor, and that should be your, because I have arguments, I want all arguments constructor, and I'm done. But still, I have not told what method it is. Either it is going to post something, it is going to get something, it is going to put something. So actually, I'm going to post something because I'm going to create it. Okay. I am creating the uh, student first name, last name, and email. ID will automatically be taken care. Okay. At the rate, and I need to give in body something. Okay. Yeah. In your Postman, when I will show you, you will see that there is a body. So in the body, I need everything. So that is where I give. Now, let us run everything and let us see what is happening. So this should be correct. Okay, let us hope everything goes well. It feels good, right? I got one error. I don't want this kind of error. Okay. The error is parameter 0 of constructor insert control require a bean of type that could not be found. So let us go to student controller. Have we done any mistake here? We have given REST controller, argument, good. Student controller. Okay, now we have given student service, we have given student service, we have given post mapping.
AutoWire student service. Add at the rate AutoWire annotation over
What?
there. In a student service, like we need to AutoWire that one.
I don't need to
You
store
have
that
missed
thing.
in controller class. You have missed like AutoWire annotation.
I don't think I need AutoWire here. Okay. I'm because I'm creating a DTO and using response entity I'm getting at. Okay. Because if I'm not doing, I should have got a different error. Student test service dot student service. Might be student service. Why it is giving me problem in Student DTO, create student, good. I have done it. Okay, I understood the problem. Okay, I could have used, okay, either I could have used, what to say, student service. I have not given annotations here. Okay, see, I don't need to give annotation of auto-wired. Okay, I'll tell you why. My good thing is what I need to give here is I can give here at the rate service. Okay, are you aware of this particular annotation? I got it with that description. I have not given it a bean type itself. See, either I could have used at the rate component. You are telling auto-wired, I could have used directly at the rate component. And still my work would have been done. But the problem would have come with your at the rate component that at the rate component is not specific. At the rate service is very specific to your REST classes. Take a very simple example. You would have some house help in your home. Okay. Suppose anybody having a single person to do all the cooking, do all your work, do all your cleaning, take care of baby or your family. So same person is doing everything, but you have somebody specifically where you are using called as a baby care or somebody for cooking and somebody for cleaning. So this is very specific to your service classes. Okay. And second mistake, what I did was I should have created an constructor. I have Lambda. Let me create a constructor. Now I hope this will definitely run. Added connection, start completed, started test application running on my port 8080. Okay. So table we have not created. Let us go and see in our DB. Okay. At least something to see. From that time, Abhijit is just writing. It's not showing me. Can you see here? I will. Okay. So ID, email, first name, last name, everything has been created from here. I have not created it manually. It is done. Now, what will happen if I don't give DDL auto as update? If you give something again, every time it will keep on creating, and we don't want that. Okay. So you've understood till now. Now let us see the main thing whether my post is going to work or not. Okay. Whether my data is going to come or not. So my local host is here as 8080. My local host, I think, is 8080. Super. Let me go to the Postman and let me create a new post request. I will type something as localhost colon 8080 slash API slash students. Okay. I got a lot of error because I have not given any input. Okay. I have not given any input. So ID, it will take automatically. Now, here everything should be in line with your DTO because DTO is my class where all the data has been defined. So let me go to DTO. Student DTO I have. So it should be first name, last name, email, and let me give the data as first name. I will give as Abhi. Okay. Last name I can give as Kumar, and email I can give as abhi@gmail. Okay. Let us see. Did we got the response? We got our response. But let us see. Let us get the feel here itself. Okay. Let me refresh it. and my data has been inserted. Okay, my data has been inserted. Let me insert one more data. Okay, let me insert one more data. Let me give as Ashok, so that we need to, if tomorrow or in my React, when I am using it, I should have some data with me. Okay, so auto increment we have given, ID will auto increment, everything has come to us. Okay, now second thing now I'm going to do is I have added it. Now I need to get all this data because my ultimate aim is after creating from here, I should get everything in my React. Somebody has raised a hand. Okay, you could have used AutoWire also. Don't worry on that. I could have used directly at the rate component also. Still that would have worked. Okay, still that would have worked. There are a lot of annotations where you can like connect to particular class service to controller if you want. Okay, I am using at the rate service. That's it. Okay. Somebody has raised his hand. Are you not able to speak? Okay, because from my end, I can see that I have unmuted everybody. Okay, whenever you are able to speak, please speak up. Okay, or you can put in chat also. I think they have disabled it from their side only because for me, I'm getting mute all options. I'm not getting for unmute. I'm only getting asked to unmute. So because I'm a co-host, I think I'm not getting that option. Okay. So if you have anything, please chat it. At the end, I'll ask them to unmute it also. Okay. Cool. So my next aim is what to do. Now my next aim, I have done overall a basic thing. Okay. Now I need to what to say? I need to get these data. I need to create something to get this data. Okay. So let me get this data directly. Okay. I, yeah, you're able to speak. I got some voice. Got some voice. Okay. No, I will. I'll try to get student by my ID first. Okay. Let me get my student by my ID. So what I need to do here, I need to go to my service layer, which I have already auto-wired and done everything, whatever you can speak of. Okay. Let me go to my service layer. Let me create another student DTO. Okay. And I will put as get student by ID. Okay. And here I just need to give, since it is a variable because I'm going to use it by ID. I have taken it. Okay. Create an implementation class. It will give me an error. I will implement the methods. Okay. I will implement whenever you're able to speak, please speak up. Okay. I think you guys are trying to speak up. Okay. And anyway, at the end, I'll ask them to unmute it. So don't worry on that part. Okay. Now, what I have done here is I needed the implementation class. Okay. I needed this implementation class. So first of all, I have declared this and now I am going to get student by ID. So what I am going to do here first is, sorry, why I'm getting this. If I pass any ID, I should get my students. Okay. So student is equal to already I created my student repo. Super, I have created it already. So now the work becomes very simple. Student repo, so you have something called find by ID. Okay, you have something called as find by ID. In this, I am going to give my student ID. Now I'm getting some error because they want me to change it to the optional type. This error is coming because I am not given, because find my ID can invoke an exception. Suppose what happens if my ID is not available in my DB, then I'm going to get an error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a exception. Okay. We have taken one, already created a package. And what we will do is we will create a resource. I will put as a resource not found. Okay, cool. This will what it will do. Let me extend it to your runtime exception. Everything it will import. Okay. Now public, I will just create kind of a resource not found. Okay. And I will give a string so that whatever message I'm trying to, sorry, whatever message I am trying to give it. It is messages, right? Okay. String message, and then give me the body. What body? Nothing. The parent class, whatever the parent class is giving, that same message. I'm going to put it here. Okay. Now, let me go here, and you have an option available here. Okay. You have an option available here. Let me delete this and let me give something as or else true. If you're getting this, very good. Or else throw this message to them. What message you are going to throw? Throw this message to them saying, and I will use a basic, if you see here, this throw has something called as implementation, which is our lambda and all. So I will use one simple lambda. Okay. I will use one simple lambda. And in lambda, what I will do is I will tell them new resource not found. I just implement it and I will tell no student exist. Okay. No student exist. Now I needed a return type. Okay, I needed to return something. So what I'm going to return? I'm going to return student mapper. Okay, I am going to return student mapper, map to student DTO, and I'm going to pass my student, whatever I have created above. Okay, now we'll just go to controller and add it. That's it. Whatever you want now, you can do it. Let me create a public response entity. Okay, now here what I'm going to pass. Now here what I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass my student DTO only. Okay. Student DTO, and I'm going to get student by your ID. Okay. Get student by ID. And I am going to pass here something as student ID. I should pass it or I should give it long. Let me give it as long first. Then let me give as something as student ID. So that now public response entity I have created. Now what I am going to do here, simple thing, whatever I have done here, I will do the same thing here. Student DTO. Okay. I will create student DTO is equal to, I will put student service, which I have already created, and I will get my implementation. And I have already created student ID, I think. I did some spelling mistake, I think. Okay. student ID, and I'm going to return everything is okay. Okay, I am going to return response entity, and I am going to give dot okay. In my body, I am going to pass whatever got in my student DTO. My body will contain everything what is in my student DTO. Now I'll just make it REST class by giving @get mapping. Okay, and I need to pass a variable that is ID because I am going to pass my ID here. But this ID and this ID is different. So I have a simple funda here. Go another annotation, @path. To bind this to, I need @path variable, and I will give here ID. Cool. So my long student ID is created that is linked with my ID. Okay. My long student ID is linked with my ID. So I have done everything I think. Okay. Let me rerun this particular class. Let us see how it goes. It would have asked me for stop and rerun, right? Okay. Let me stop everything first. I've I've run a long class. That is why I didn't want it. Okay. I hope it should have started everything correctly. Yes, my application has started. Let us go and check in the Postman. Now I need get. Okay. Now I need get. So what I will do, I will just copy paste this. So in get, I will put this. I will put 1. Let us see. See, with my ID, I can get, I have passed my ID. I've gone to student, I have passed my ID, and my data was whatever my first data. Okay. Let us see here. I had 2 datas. Okay. Let us check with 2 also. Whether I'm getting or not. Yes, I'm getting exactly correct. So now I'm able to retrieve the data. But this is with the single ID. Okay. We are going to implement everything in our in our React. So added the data, get by ID, get by student ID if I want. Now I'm going to get all my employees. Now, even I think you can do everything. Even if I don't tell you, you could simply go, and this time I'll go a little faster. Okay. This time I'll go a little bit faster. I will go to student service class. I'll just create another. Now I'm going to get all my students. So definitely you need a list. List is a generic type. And in list, what I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass my student DTU. Student DTU is all my data. Okay. Everywhere student DTU because student DTU holds my data. Okay. It is going to send the data everywhere. And I will put a method get all students. No parameter has to be passed because, and I think it is asking me to import it. Okay, go and import it. Now let me implement it. No parameter because I need everything. I will go here, it will tell me an error. Go there, implement the methods. I need this method, and I'm going to do it in a very simple way. What I'm going to do here, let me take a list. Okay, let me take a list and let me call my student, whatever I've created entity. All my students should come here. And how I'm going to find in my repo, I'll go to ask my repo, go repo, find all. Okay, find all. Okay, so he's going to find everything, all my list of students. Okay, whatever it has got it. No, I need to return something. Okay, now I need to return. So here I have used students. I have got my data and I need to return back. So I'm going to return back. I will use, because it is a list, I can use stream also here. It has given me a method. So I can use map and I can use here student. See, it is giving me all the suggestions. So why not take their suggestion, but I don't want everything to be done like this. Okay. So student is fine, but I don't want in this manner. Okay, let me just implement it. And I will get my student mapper wherever I have mapped everything, and I am going to map to everything to student DTO. Okay, now everything I have got student DTO. Okay, now what I am going to do here, I am going to use this enter. I am going to collect. Okay, I am going to collect student DTO, but I am not passed my student object exception. Have I done anything wrong here? Map student, I have got student mapper, dot map to student DTO. Let me give here. Okay, I should have given one more bracket, and that is very irritating. Dot collect. I will collect everything is as a list. Collectors dot to list. Okay, collector dot to list. I'll give it, and I think I am done here. Okay, I have taken everything. I just need to create the service class, and I need to define it in my controller. So if I want to define it in my controller, now I hope everybody is getting what I'm doing. Response entity, in my response entity, now I'm going to pass a list because it is a list now. And in the list, it should be a student DTO. Okay, let me take a student DTO. It will ask me, I think, to import the class. Let me take it down. Student DTO and to open, to close. Super. So get all students. Okay, get all students. Open and close. Sorry. Okay. Now, simple. Take all my student DTO who is in the list. Okay. Student DTO, create a variable for this. I have not yet imported. Why it is taking? I have gone from something wrong I have taken. Yeah. Now, list student DTO. So all my students will be listed here. And I already have my student service class. And it is going to get all students where I have done find all. Okay. Now it is going to return my response entity, and my response entity is going to tell me, good, you are okay. And in my body, I want to print all students. Okay, I want to print all students. Have you seen my postman? I want to print everything. I think it is done correctly, but only thing is I need to make it a rest class. I need to give it something. So I have to give at the rate get mapping, and I don't need any pass, any ID, anything. Okay, I just need to get all the data. Now, okay, this time I'm going to correct one. Now let us do here. Stop and rerun. It should be initializing. It has initialized everything. It has started. Let us go to Postman. Okay. Let us create another get, or here itself I can use it. API.students is there. Let me send it. And you have got everything there. Okay. You have got everything here. So whatever data you keep on adding, it will keep on giving you. If I add another data here, let me put it as what to put earlier. Okay. Now if I go here, send it, I will get 1, 2, and 3. So I'm done with all my REST API. Okay. Now we will jump on to our, what to say, our React. We will use this API and show the data in front of you. Okay. Now let me come here. I can add it, but this is only for a teaching purpose. This is not for a proper development purpose. You can add a lot of DevTools you want. Okay. I'm going to add a couple of DevTools in your React, which is our main purpose to show you. Okay. Now, I should have my Visual Studio open. I have my Visual Studio open. Now, let me go. See, everybody, you know, you need a Visual Studio, okay? You can do using Sandstone also, but people prefer using Visual Studio. Now, I'll create a folder. What name should I give? Spring React. Spring React. Okay. I'll just copy paste. Go to my Visual Studio. Open a folder. Go there. This is an empty folder. Nothing else I have done yet till now. Okay. Yes, I trust you. Okay. I trust them. Now, whenever you want to work with React or JavaScript, the first thing you need to do is go and download Node.js. What is Node.js? What is my Node.js? Okay. So my Node.js is nothing but, see, your browser understands JavaScript. Okay. And browser has something called as browser engine. I think from Chrome, for Chrome, it is V8 or something. Okay. In my class, I teach you what the browser engine is and how HTML comes into from front, how the backend works, and how DOM is actually printed in front of you. I can show you everything. Okay. But right now, we'll just understand that in browser, understand JavaScript. Okay. Browser understands JavaScript. Okay. Everybody knows this. Browser understands JavaScript. Yes. This is one of the definition. Okay. But understand what is going on. Okay. Let me put it here in sidebar. Okay. So now this is your DOM. Okay. This is your DOM. And what? Getting 2, 2, 3 sequences. Let me do it again. Okay. Nice. Okay. So now this is your page. Okay, this is, and your JavaScripts, your browser understands JavaScript. How your browser understands JavaScript? It has something called as browser engine. Okay, browser engine is able to do a lot of things. Now, let me identify one of the buttons here. Okay, I've taken some Apollo side, some button is there. Okay, so button has got some ID. Button has got some ID. Let us go to console document. See, it is able to understand get element by ID. It knows it has got changed here. Okay, this is only for temporary purpose. It is not going to happen every time. It is only for your temporary purpose. Once you refresh it, it will go back. But the thing is that your browser understands everything. How your browser understand everything? Because your browser has browser engine. Now, what Node.js has done is Node.js has taken out that particular browser engine from there, and they have made their own server. Is built on Chrome V8 JavaScript engine. It is given very clearly. Okay, it is given also very clearly. But many people fail to understand what happens. Because your browser understands, browser was the first person to understand your JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and all those things, whatever you understand. Okay. And because of that, Node.js understood it is difficult to go there and type everything or write console linear. So they have given you an environment, a development environment outside of your browser. And this is where Node.js is very, very useful. Okay. So once you install Node.js, you will get something called as NPM also. Okay. You will need Node.js includes NPM. What is NPM? Okay. What Yeah, we can use React Builder tool for experience. Okay, you can use React, and I think I have my extension. Okay, already my extension is there. Okay, so in React Dev tool, you can see a lot of things. Okay, so NPM is nothing but your node package manager. Understand it, in your Java, you have something called as Maven, which manage all your dependencies. What are dependencies? How do you manage it? In our household, whenever you have a home or somewhere, wherever you are staying, you have a lot of works. You have electrician, you have plumber, carpenter, you need a lot of house help. So these are the people that you are dependent upon. Okay, these are the people that you are dependent upon. Okay, so you need all these dependencies. Okay, you need all these dependents to get your work completed. Now, there are always some agents, or suppose I'm a big person, I keep a manager. Okay, that single manager is going to manage all the household or all the help or all the work that is required to run my day-to-day life. Okay, so same thing here, NPM does that same thing for you. So once you have done your Node.js, you have installed your NPM comes along with it. Now I am going to install a dev environment that is your Vite, and I'm going to create a project for that. Okay, Vite is nothing but your dev environment, and I'm going to open in the integrated terminal. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take the latest version, whatever he's finding out. Okay. And I should put as give me React front end. Okay. Now it will ask you what the framework want to use. You want to use vanilla JavaScript, that is vanilla, which is a JavaScript supporting Vue, React. So many frameworks are there. So I want to use React. So now you want to use TypeScript. I've already told you what is TypeScript, what is JavaScript. Okay. So now you want to use JavaScript. Now it is telling me done. I have done everything for you. Let us go back and you first go to your folder. Okay. I have created one folder for you. Okay. I have created one folder, one project for you. Everything they have done. Same thing what Maven used to do for you. It's asking me to go to the root folder. I have gone. Now it is asking me to install React. Okay. So whatever is required, everything will be done here. Okay. Good. It has installed all the packages. Even you want, you can go to package.json and you can see whatever dependencies I wanted. I have got React and React DOM. Okay. React DOM is nothing, but you want to manipulate DOM object. You saw how I manipulated the DOM object from the browser. So same thing I wanted to show you here. All the plain language I want to show you without any 50-50. Okay. So wait, this all plant, everything is there. Now they want me to run npm run dev, which is nothing but telling me to have a dev environment ready for you. And if you go here and you click it, you will have something here. Okay. Now, all this is how it is coming. First, let us understand a little bit of folder structure going on here. See, React is nothing but a single page applications to be built. Single page means everything will be your index.html. Okay, everything will be in your index.html, and your index.html is going to call your main file, and the main file is nothing but your JX file. Okay, your JSX file. So what is your JSX file? Okay, something is like this is your JSX files. Okay, it looks a little bit odd. So what is this about? See, JSX file is nothing but JavaScript XML. Okay, it is nothing but an extension, or you can say you combine JavaScript and HTML and you form a new language or a new kind of a file structure. Okay, that is nothing but your JX file. Okay, JSX files. JavaScript and XML combinedly, they are following actually an enhancement of your HTML. Okay, JavaScript and HTML. Yes, you can write in React. Okay, that's what I'm going to discuss now. Okay, let me have a glass of water, please. No. Okay. So now what we are going to do here is that I have created a project. In that, I have shown you single index.html page is there, which is calling main.jsx file. What is JSX files? It is giving you the flexibility to write your HTML code and JavaScript in the same kind of a structure. Okay, both combining together. Previously, what we have learned, keep your HTML and JavaScript differently. Okay, write a script tag, bring it here, do all these things. It will bring your reusability, it will bring your loosely coupled activity. So isn't this a contradicting feature of React? What do you feel? Is it a contradicting feature of React? You are not making it loosely coupled, right? You are writing your HTML and your JavaScript in the same file, and that is nothing but your JavaScript file. But am I making it contradictory? Any opinion? Yes, we are making it contradictory. No, we are not making it contradictory. Are we doing that? We are not doing it contradictory because, my dear friends, what happened here is that I told you in the starting, if you remember, React is a component-based architecture. Okay, React is a component-based architecture. So for every small thing, you have a separate components. You have separate components for everything. Your navigation bar, your button, your sidebar, your middle content, your everything, whatever you feel of, you think of. You make a separate component and you call those components in your file. So if you make any changes, it is not going to happen anyway. But actually, this is very, very helpful. Okay, writing JavaScript and HTML, I don't need to go multiple places, same place, whatever I feel, oh, I need to write the function, go on the top, write the function. Okay, I need that particular function. I need to include this particular function here. And just giving curly braces, you can write any JavaScript code inside your JSX file. That is where JSX is very, very useful. Now, if you see React DOM dot create group, okay, see a couple of more things that you should know about React. Okay, React was developed by Facebook and was developed around 2013-14. Okay, so what happened with React was actually being used before also. Okay, it is not that on 2013 React was born. If you go and see in Wikipedia and all, they will tell on this date React was born. It's not like React was used by Facebook from long time. They built their website on React. Okay, what happened, and Facebook is a very open dev community, so they ask them like how you are building all these components and what are all this. They explained them this is this, they found it useful, and the dev community actually asked them, please sir, can you release this to everybody, and they did it for everyone, and that is when it is released, and that is when you are getting that, okay, oh, on this day I'm getting this. That is the whole story behind this. I have told you in starting that on the top of a library, on top of React, I have built a library. Our company has built a library called as Sail. So it is all more easier than your React libraries. Okay, simple commands are there. We have called A bang, C bang, and that is our structure. But I'm talking about in my class students, I have shown them how we have done. We have used drag and drops, everything we have created, but that is all separate activities. Okay. So now tomorrow, if I feel that I want to put Sail as a library and I want to release it to everybody, and everybody could use it because it's a very common library, I can go ahead and do it. Nobody can stop me. And people who find it useful will come back and do it. okay, and use that. So that is what my reference of talking about that particular thing there was. Coming to here, your React DOM.create root, okay, and another one very big advantage, okay, whatever comes to mind, I will tell you. Suppose tomorrow I want to build one page with React, another page which HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Can I do it? Can I do it? How you can do it? Because if you use React library, you need to keep everything in a single structure. JSX, you are keeping it in single file, okay? You're keeping it in a single file. So you are using JavaScript and HTML and you are using that. Anyway, you are using that React library inside if you are good React. But I was totally separate content. One page, completely separate. Suppose my first page is completely HTML, CSS, JavaScript. My second, when I log in, click something, it comes as your React. Okay. You can do it by using something called as content delivery network. Okay. That is called as CDN. Okay. If you read React official websites, you will go and see there is something called as CDN. And in my class also, I teach you first how people actually develop one page. See, suppose one of the page, it is a very simple application, just simple buttons and all. Why do I need all these folders? And why do I need reorg down and create and all those things? I don't want all those things. If the things are simple, I will make it simple. And in first page, I will not import those particular React file. Using network, content delivery network is nothing but I am just linking the file on the above. I am not downloading or including it in my package. I am simply referring it on the top. Okay, I'm simply referring React DOM on the top. And and only disadvantage is you need to connect with the internet. So it will go and fetch the file React DOM, whatever you need, and it will do it for you. Next page, you can do it in a normal page also. Okay, so this is where you can do it. I'll show you in a class, but yeah, that's not enough time to do that. Let us come here. Now React DOM.create root, you can see it is going taking by root, which is an index, and it is going to app. Go to app.js. Okay. So you have seen app function has been written here. Okay. App function has been written here. And this is where a lot of codes has been put inside. Okay. So everything is interlinked to each other. Now, what my job is first, I don't need all these things. Okay. This is why you are getting on the website you have seen, right? I have shown you. This is where all CSS, everything is coming, but I don't need all these things. I am not going to use any of those activities. Okay. So I'm going to delete it. If I don't need this, why do I need this also? And then why do I need this also? Okay. I don't need any of these activities. Okay. I don't need any of this activity and I don't need this also. And I don't need all these imports, unused imports. I'm leaving everything. Okay. I'm leaving everything. Now, understand the flow, how it is going. First, index.html, it is referring to your main.jxs file. Okay. Gone to main.jxs file. Then it will go to app. Okay. Then it will go to app. And whatever is here, it will render in front of you. Let us check one time. See, runtime, it is updating for me. If I save it, why it is rating, I'm fine. Even you have another option. If you see here, it is live server, it is go live. If I'm working it locally, I can do. Can you see here? So just made change here and we are getting it. Okay. So just wanted to show you how the flows actually goes here. Okay. That's it. Now, I have talked about a lot of things now. And any more thing I want to see here, main.jxx. Okay. Yeah, one good thing is, what is this strict mode all about? You are seeing strict mode. What is this all about? So strict mode is if you are writing anything wrong in your project, strict mode is very, very strict. And what it is going to tell you is that, hey, dude, you are wrong here and please make it correct. It is very strict like a class monitor. Okay. That is the role of strict. Okay. Now I will add let's do first of all, because I don't want to type so many things, I am going to super silent error in syntax. Yes, this is what I use for. So any kind of error, it will give you a very nice outstanding. Okay. So now, first of all, what I need is I need a bootstrap because I'm not going to write all the CSS for me. So let us install Bootstrap. Okay. Let us install Bootstrap. Install, sorry, Bootstrap. Okay. And let us save it with us. I just don't want to be in package. I want to save it in my folder. Okay. Let us see here. What happened to all my packages? Why it is showing only one, but let me see first here. Okay, I have here. Hopefully everything is saved here. So if I go back and see, why it has overridden for me everything. Okay, it has created one more package. Sorry. Why it has created one more package for me? Oh, I didn't go to that folder. Sorry, my bad. Uh, I have to go to Node Spring, hyphen front, and okay. Now I want to install Bootstrap and VM install Bootstrap. Okay, hyphen save. Hopefully this should do my job. See, Bootstrap has got added. My bad. What I have done here is that I have installed in this folder. So that is why I got here everything separately. Okay. But I don't want that. Okay. I'll delete it at last. And I have got my Bootstrap here. If you see here, it should be saved in my folder. Let me refresh it and it should come to my folder. Okay. I've even saved, right? Yes, Bootstrap has come for me. Okay. Bootstrap, distinct, CSS. This is what I am going to use for me. Okay. This is what I am going to use for me. Always. I'll show you at last why. So this is done. My Bootstrap has been involved. And now I'm going to see what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a page using React and I'm going to call my API, whatever I'm going to getting all the employees from there and show you in a very tabular structure in a dynamic manner. Okay. That is what my job will be. Okay. So what I need to do here first is let me swap everything here. Okay. Let me first create a component here. Okay. Let me first create a component. And simple thing, public is for you want anything to be kept in a public or you want anything to be kept a static folder, your HTML files and all you want to keep it here. Good source is your all the source code, Java code, CSS code you want to keep, JSX code you want to keep it here. Assets are completely for your any images and all you want it. Okay. Now in my SRC, I will create, let me create a new folder called as component. Okay. In my component, let me create a new file. Let me create it as student. Okay. Let me create it as student list dot JSX. Okay. Put an enter. Now, there are some shortcuts command to be used here. Okay. I'm just going to tell you one of the things. One very easy thing is I don't need to type a lot of things. So you have seen a lot of coding structure, right? Function, callback, and also things were level. Okay. So there, I don't want to write everything. I want my boilerplate to be coming here. Okay. So if you want Redux, okay, Redux, React, Native, all snippets, you can install it. Okay. I think I have installed this also. So I have just for install formation, I have installed another thing here. Okay. Now I will go to student list.jsx and my first job is that I should create a whole structure. Okay, yeah, whole structure. Now, how I'm going to create the whole structure? Let have strong small command. I'm going to use a function component. Okay, function component is but nothing but you have seen your lambda in your Java, right? Same thing here. It does. Its mainly purpose is that I don't need to write a lot of things. Okay, lot of things are simplified. A lot of codings can be done in a simple way. That's it. That's the job of your this particular activity. Yeah, people will use CDN link as when you host it, it will be helpful for you. Okay, it will be helpful for you. Okay, now I will first create, okay, what I will do is I will first create a basic data for you. Okay, a simple data, kind of a dummy data, so that I will replace that dummy data with the real-time data and you will get a clear-cut feel what is happening. Okay, so I will just write const. In JavaScript, you have const, you have let, you have var. Okay, if I don't want my value to be changed, I can use it using const. Okay, let me give as dummy data. Let me create array. Okay, let me give the data in that. Okay, I will give as ID 1. Same thing which I did in my DTO. Same thing I'm doing here. All languages are same only. They don't require here and there. If you know the basics, you are done with everything. I have seen people going and teaching create React app first day itself. Okay, same thing, whatever I have done, Abhikumar, I will put something as email. I'll just create one data. Okay, Abhi@gmail. Okay, I'll just create one data right now. Okay, if we need, we'll create another data. Okay, now I need something kind of a table to display my data. So everybody knows basic HTML. What is table? This is your table. Now, to understand it, people always forget this. Understand it. The first line is your first row, and inside that first row, it is nothing but the header column. These all are nothing but your header. Okay. These all are nothing but your header. And the rest, all other 1, 2, 3 is nothing but your body. So table is divided into two categories. First is your header. Second is your whole body. Okay. And these are nothing but rows that you are seeing. And these are nothing but your column. Okay. These are nothing but your column. Now, let us come here and what shall I do? So let me first give, okay, what I am doing. List of students I'm creating. Okay. Now I am going to create a table. Okay. Now what I told, what table should have first? Table should have a head. Okay. A header file. Then what should it have? It should have a body. Now in head, what you need, what would you require in your head? You require one row. The first aim is to get a row. In your header, you need first row. So I've created a row. I've created the whole structure now. Okay, just outer modeling line. Okay. Now I will need to create first row here. So if I am going to create a first row, I need a first tr. Okay. Now, first header, it will be defined by th. All the columns now, one by one, all the columns. So if I put student and I give ID, sorry. Now I have kept some shortcuts here. Okay. If I put Control D, if I put Control D, you can see everything is getting copied and pasted. Okay. So all the shortcuts of Visual Studio, I can teach you in class or I take a separate session for that. Now, if I do it, the heading should look good. First name, then your last name, and this will be your email. Okay. This will be your email. Good. Now my header is completed. I need my body. That is, I need my data. Okay. Let me keep one more data for a better feeling and understanding. ID2. I will write what? Let me put something else. Something I have given. Now, in my T body, now I don't want data to be, I want it to be coming from my array here. Okay, so I can't define it in a single way. So what I need to do, I need to map my data. I need to map, I should have a map. Because now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use some JavaScript. So it has to be under colon. Okay. So now I will get it. Dummy data, everything I will get. Dot map. Okay. So anything you want to write some JavaScript with HTML or something, you have to keep it under your open and close curly bracket. Okay. Now data.map and let me keep it as student. Okay. And give me that arrow function. Okay. Give me that arrow function. And this is here. Then I can write it as tr. So give me as tr. Okay. I have got as tr. No, all the TRs that I'm going to have should have a unique key. So I'm giving them a simple unique key available. Okay. And anything you want in your kind of a Java, JavaScript, what you need to give is I have mapped it student. You will get everything here. Okay. Now this is the primary key which I have mapped to the row. So now I will give all the TD. Okay. I will just do Control D, Control D, Control D. Okay. So here TD, what you are going to get, I will just put in the curly braces and student dot ID, put in a curly braces, student dot first name, and I am going to give here student dot last name. Okay. And my last one was student dot student dot email. Okay. So I've written down. Okay. So I've written down everything. Okay. So I think I'm completed here for this part. Now let us go, and I have to, this is a component, okay? Now this component has to be called in your app.jsx. So before that, I need to import that. Okay, same thing, whatever you do in Java, import that particular class or function and use that function here. So if I use import slash we give you something as which one I have taken, student list. Okay, now if I call here, okay, let us see what it gives me the output first. Okay, let us see first what output are we going to get. I have got some error here. Does this file exist? Two times import. So error, I have got my data. Are everybody able to see it? I have got my data right now. Okay. So, but my data is, it's not, it doesn't look like a table actually. Okay. It doesn't give you a look and feel of a table. No, this is all free. Okay. This is all free. Okay. Don't worry about this. This is a free workshop. Okay. From 10th, we have a new React batch starting that I'm going to take. And at the end, I'm going to do a project, which I'll show you. I think I have that e-commerce project using proper merge and Spring Boot at that time. For that batch, you have to pay it on. Okay. It is starting from 10th. I have to do my own promotion, right? You've seen Kapil Sharma also. He used to promote on his own, right? If you have ever seen. So I'm also promoting mine. On 10th of July, that is on Wednesday, a batch at 9:30. I am starting. Can we do project? Yes, I'll be doing. This is a project only I'm doing. Okay, this is a project only I'm doing. Okay, so now we have done here list of students. So I'm getting it, everything populated here. So yeah, I will make it a little bit more complicated. First, let me do with everybody who is on board. Okay, so once I'm pulling out everything, we will enhance this one by one. Okay, I will take it for you step by step. Okay, I'll take it step by step for you. Okay, first, how to take it in. Okay, and then we will do how to add everything from here, how to delete everything from here, then how to sign up from here. Okay, how all this user interaction happens. But first, in this particular workshop, I wanted to give an overall feel how actually React, Spring Boot and React actually integrate together. Okay, that was the ultimate aim of taking this particular workshop. Okay. We will do a lot of things. Don't worry. We will do a lot of things. Okay. But first, take some baby steps because I have to see everybody's student. Some persons might know it, not be knowing something. Some person not might be knowing something. Okay. So I need to carry or take everybody along with me. Okay. So now this table doesn't look good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create, where is my component? Now, first for that, I need some bootstrap, okay, to give it a proper designation. Okay. So for Bootstrap, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call your Bootstrap, and the best way to do is let's take it. I think if I put Bootstrap, it should give me tool. Then it is giving me dist. Then it is giving me CSS. And then it will give me Bootstrap. I showed you the file. Same file, I'm calling it here. Something that I'm doing more. Okay. Now, you know how to use a Bootstrap. If you don't know, you have to You're not in the class. There is no other option. Okay. So class name, I am going to use something called as container. Okay. So for div, I am trying to keep inside a container. So the whole body I am trying to keep inside a container. So I have done something inside the container. Okay. My target is to give the table. Okay. Now my target is here to give the table. Now for table, we have a lot of bootstraps available. So let us take something because I also don't remember. And you don't need to remember anything. Google has gone mad. Okay. First class is a table class. Okay. So first of all, I will give. Okay. Everywhere you are using class. Okay. Wherever you have used HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. Why here class name? Why they have changed it here? Just think of the answer in the meantime. And then we'll discuss. Okay. Table. Okay. Now I want to give it some color. So I have a lot of colors available here. Let me give it table hyphen secondary. Hopefully it should have changed. See, it has started changing. Okay. It has started changing. Now, next thing I could give it some border. Okay. Let me give it stripped rows. Okay. Let me give it a stripped rows. And then I will give it some, let me give it hover. If I hover over, it will tell you that it has hovered. See, with Bootstrap, so many things. If I don't have Bootstrap, I have to write everything. Okay. I think I should have a table border also. Yes, table border. So whatever Bootstrap has given, I have gone and I have taken everything. And if I hover over, I will get it. Okay. If I hover over, I will get it. Okay. Now, what we have done, we have used the static data. Now, what we are going to do here is I am going to integrate our API, whatever we have created here. Okay. I'm going to integrate our API. For that, you can install a library that is called an Axios library, which is helpful, which is an asynchronous data kind of a library, which helps you in connecting with the backend or connecting with the REST API. Okay. That is the main purpose of using Axios. So if I install, I'm already in Spring Frontend. Let me install. Oh, but I have to give npm. That is my node package manager and install Axios, and I will save it. Okay. Let us see. I hope should not give me an error. Hopefully. Okay. Let us go and see in my package JSON. Axios has been taken. The whatever version that we are going to use it. So it has come to my package. Okay. Now we have to create a folder that is your service folder. Go ahead, create a folder, name it as service folder. Okay. Now inside that service folder, I am going to create a JavaScript file, and that JavaScript file is actually going to help me in connecting with the REST API which I have taken up. Okay. Now if I give it student service.js. Okay. So this is done here. Okay. Now I have to write here import first of all because I need to connect here. So I need Axios and I need Axios from Axios. It should give me here. Nice. Okay. Now I will create a constant. Okay. For my URL. It needs to know what is my URL actually. So if I want to give my URL, and what will be my URL? My REST API URL. Okay. My REST API URL. So what is it was HTTP localhost. It is common for everybody always, generally 8080. slash what I have given. I think I have given. Seriously, don't remember student controller, API students. Okay, cool. So slash API slash students. Okay. So this I am getting. Okay. So this I am going to get. Now, again, I have just declared it. Now I'm going to export. Okay. I'm going to export this. Let me use list student. Okay. List student is equal to and create a function which I have just not talked about. It is nothing but your lambda. Remember, if you have done lambda, think of it as lambda. I should get superb. I have got get. And if I give get, it will get me the URL. Okay. It is a very forgiving language. So even if you don't put semicolon sometime, it's not going to hurt anyway to you. Okay. So now we are going to use some of the hooks here. Okay. Like use state hook. Okay. Use effect hook. What is this hook all about? Let me show you something. See, if I go here, what has happened? It has given me something here. If I go here, what it has given? Study IQIs. Okay. So what is happening? The top one is not getting changed. Okay. The top one is not getting changed. What it is happening is it is changing only your content here. Okay. It is changing only your content. Whatever you go, you click, it will change only your content here. Okay. So based on the content, it is happening. Your everything is getting same. Your page is not getting refreshed. So all this is the benefit of React. Okay, I don't know whether they are React or not. Even Angular has those benefits, but React has this benefit that, and it comes through having using a hook, and it is coming through using your router. Okay, there is something concept called as router. Okay, so your React and router is the two things that you are going to discuss here. Okay, so based on yeah. Okay, so what I was talking about, if you can see these pages, how they are built actually. Then nothing changes. The page doesn't get refreshed. Why to refresh the whole page? Why to load my server? Why to use the consumer data? You understand, if I refresh the whole page, what it is doing? It is going to the server, hitting it back and getting me all the data again. I don't need to do that. I already have the data. I only need to change the particular component here. And that is where React is helping me out. And that is where we'll use hook, use state. Okay. That is going to be very, very useful for you. Okay. Now, let us go back to student list.jsx. Let me delete now. I don't need this dummy data now. Okay. Now I am going to create. Okay. I am going to create a use state. So use state, what it is doing? This is my current value. Okay. Whatever value is being set in the website. Okay. And this is where this helps me. This is where it helps me in getting all the any changes is made. Set students will make the changes and populate it here. Why it has got student list? I don't want students list. I simple want variable. Okay. We will use state will give me, I need it blank and okay, I don't need any parameters or anything right now. Okay, cool. We have done that. Now we will use effect. Okay, this is nothing but your hooks. What this hook is going to do, it is going to target only that particular element and going to change it as per your request. Okay, that is the biggest benefit. Now use effect. I hope I am correct here. Use effect. And then I will create another kind of a lambda. and give it here, cool. Now I will get all the list of students from the response and I'm going to print it here. Okay. So I am going to use what name I kept there. Student list.js is fine. Let me take it here. Sorry. So from the API, it is going to collect all the list of students and I am going to show in my component and this component is going to render in my app.jsx. Have I made myself clear what the flow is going to be? Now, each and every minute detail, what is React, what is hook, what is use effect, that I can only teach in class because this is the workshop and I'm starting to tell you that we have some limitations. Okay. So list student. I will show you in last. Okay. I'll show you in last. Let me finish it off because already we are 2 hours plus. Okay. List of student. I am giving it. Then has a method. Then you get the list of them, then you do this. Okay, what you're going to do this, you are going to take the response. Why I have taken this packet? Response. Okay, I'm going to take the response and I'm going to channelize it. Okay, I am going to channelize it. Okay, I am going to channelize it and I'm going to set. We have set students. Okay, I'm going to take the list of students from my API and I'm asking this use state. Okay, state, understand it simple. State is nothing but data. Okay, the data moving here and there. Okay, data moving from database to server, client to server, wherever you can think of. This is nothing but state is a data. Okay, in a very simple plain language, I can tell. Now, set students response and get all data. Okay, get all the data. Okay, and in this particular case, okay, I have got all the data. Okay, now in this particular case, if you are getting nothing is populating for everything, I have to type it. Catch error. Okay, and I will put in the error console.error whatever it is, just show me at least. Okay, whatever it is, just show me at least. Okay, catch error, console error. I think I have done everything here possible. Any bracket, anything missing, lot of brackets under there. Please keep an eye whenever you do that. Okay, because a lot of errors are always there. Okay, now the thing is that there was, if I take a response, then it has two parameters actually, if you click on that. Okay, so what I will do is I will give the second parameter as blank. I don't need that. Even if you don't give it, doesn't matter. But just for understanding, I'm giving. Okay, just for understanding, I am giving. Now we have changed everywhere, but the problem is that I have not changed here. Still, I'm using dummy data. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to change here. Okay, so if I need to change here, I need to use student. Okay, because student has got my all the data. Okay, so hopefully it is done. Okay, now we should get our output if everything goes well. So definitely someplace I have missed it out. Okay, let me inspect it. Let me see what is the error. Cons is not defined at student list. Okay. I have used this list student. I think I have not imported it. Where was my student list? Service, right? Service. Let me do it. Service, and then what was my data? Student service. Let me see whether this will help me or not. Student list.jsx. Oh, I am getting even low battery. Let me first do it here. There is somewhere problem with the React. Line 6, we have constant. Oh, I gave constant. Sorry. Use imported. Okay. This has not been imported. So I was correct. Only one of the error. So let me import it. Okay. Import list student from. Hopefully this should have resolved my error. Sport name. RC service also not student service. Why am I getting this particular error where I am not doing it? Axios is correct. I am just taking a list student. That doesn't matter. Sport const list student. I am just giving Axios get home underscore URL. That should do for me. I don't think semicolon should be a problem. It is telling use effect is not defined. Okay, I am not imported here. Or type here is coming today only. Okay. Okay, now I have got some error here. Okay, I have got this course policy error. Why this error is coming is there's nothing to be complicated. Okay, because if you study from basics, okay, first I'll teach you everything in basics, and then this is whole a workshop. Okay, so I'm not going to teach you any theoretical, but I've tried to give you a feel of that. Okay, but I will teach you everything from basics. I'll teach you how to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I'll teach you TypeScript. We will build a website using that, a simple one, and then we'll go to all hooks, React, everything. So if you do everything step by step, that is always helpful, and that is where I want to have it. Okay. See, the problem with this error is because origin of your REST API and this site is different. Okay, it is 5173, that is 81800. Both are running on a different server itself. It is not able to connect. So what I need to go here is I need to go here, IntelliJ, and tell my REST controller. I think I should remember, yes, cross origin. Okay. If you read on this, you will get cross origin. Both are having different origins. Okay. Now the thing is that I think it should solve my error. Otherwise, I have to run it again. Okay. Stop and rerun. Let us run it again. Hopefully this is solved. I have taken your 2.5 hours, but I have discussed a lot of things today. I have done everything in front of you. What has happened? Can we cross verify? Yes, we can go and cross verify. You don't trust me? Go and trust you. Now, let us go and add anything in the Postman again. ABC, CDE, send, ID is 4. Let us go back. Let us refresh. Everything happening at runtime. Everything happening at runtime. This is how, my dear friends, we connect for this one. Okay. We connect properly from your React to your Spring Boot. Now we have all the APIs available. I can use it to create anything in React. Okay, wherever I want, I can populate it. Okay, wherever I want, I can populate it. And that was my ultimate goal to tell you here. Okay, that's what I told you. If I get time, I will build on these particular things. Okay, but I will take another session. I will take where we will do and we'll go one step ahead and add. Okay, we'll go one step little advanced level. And this time React will be more advanced. So I will create an API and bring it for you. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. So now I am done with this particular class today. I've taken your 2.5 hours. Okay, but I hope you'd have got some understanding. Okay, the workshop is all about not giving a theoretical concepts. Okay. See, from my side, I have lowered everybody unmute. Okay. I have made everybody is unmute. In between, people were able to speak it. So I don't think it is from my side. Yes. That is where I showed you practically everything. Okay. That is where I showed you practically everything. Now, when you are learning React, you will remember each and every point. Okay, sir told about use effect. Sir told about using cross brackets, how to call API, and then you learn the basics. It will be so much helpful for you. You can't imagine. Okay, you will recall. Okay, like this, I need to use real time. Okay, like this, I need to use in this particular way. So this is what I want to discuss. This is all I am done for today. Okay, any doubt you can put in chat because I think you're not able to speak and I'm not able to give you the access. But again, I am promoting myself and very openly. 10th of this month, I'm starting my React class. And in my React class, I'm going to teach everything from basics. I'm going to teach you Material UI library, Coroza, which is used by your Twitter and your Facebook and your Netflix. Okay. So we will create a very good website using React. Okay. We will first use Learn everything I will teach. Everything I will teach. Okay, everything I teach in my Redux, Remix, everything I teach. Okay, don't worry on these parts. Okay, I know what I need to teach. Okay, and I teach all that very perfectly. Okay, you have your mobile apps in your phone, right? Everything you don't use, but whatever you use, you imagine I'm going to give you every possible thing that you need in React. Okay, so I hope the session was good and at least you get to learn something. Okay, I built everything in front of you using Spring Boot for REST API. Yes, we'll do a lot of things, but with the limited time, This is what I could have provided to you with the initial phase. Okay. And then we'll use your Redux, we'll use your Remix, and there are a couple of very nice frameworks that you can use. Okay. And I told libraries you can use. So a lot of things you can integrate using Spring Boot, but that requires little time. And I'll bring in session. You created one interface named as student service. What you created inside, you can actually use content. Yeah, because I have done using loose coupling, I don't want to create an interface and do the implementation class in the same thing. Okay, I wanted to do it by doing it in a separate system. Okay, I wanted to do it in a separate purpose. Anywhere, suppose tomorrow I want, understand it. I have a banking payment. See, React.js class is session for 2 months. Okay, because we are going to do a full project on it. Okay, last 10 to 15 days, we will do a complete project on it. Okay, initial, it will start with theory. I will teach you React 17. I will teach you React 18. All the methods, JSX, Redux, Remix, everything what I've discussed, hooks, everything we'll discuss. And then we'll go jump onto our project. And I will teach you TypeScript also, extension of JavaScript. That is all I'm going to bring it up. Okay. And we are going to develop a proper websites. Okay. So friends, any other doubts? I have 2.5 hours I have taken. So I know it's a Sunday time and I hope it was enjoyable and you will learn something from here. Every day you learn something and we also learn something. Okay. So we'll do a lot of things in our coming classes and I'll bring a lot of workshops like this also. See, I'm sorry you are raising hand, but I cannot do anything. It's not in my hand. I'm very, very sorry. If I could, if I'm able to see my screen, you could have seen it. I'm not sure whether I think that Zoom you cannot see, you can only see the screen. But I I can only put ask to unmute. I have the option mute all, I am not muting all. Okay. So it's if you have anything, please put in chat. Okay. Course fee will be your 8,000 rupees. Okay. And you will get a recording of everything.
Sir, I think I have unmuted. Am I able to?
Yes, yes.
Sir, can you please explain the course issue and solution one more time?
Which one? A cross origin issue.
Yeah,
See what happens? My React server was running on HTTP 5132. Okay, somewhere localhost. Okay, and my Postman server was running on some of that 8080 and some other server it was running on. So it happens, it goes with cross. Okay, the origin of both the things are different. Okay, both comes from a different place. So we need to give them an option that even something other than 808 is coming and asking for you, please go and help him. Okay, so even 5132 is requesting for you, any origin is requesting apart from 8080, go and help him. Okay, that is the ultimate aim of giving this. I hope I have made myself clear.
okay. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Course
Thank you.
fee is course fee is 8,000 rupees. It is for 2 months. We will do full month stack, and at the end, I will teach you even Spring Boot and how we will integrate this. Okay. So with this, I'm ending my class. Hope it was informative. Hope it was very helpful. Okay.
Sir, timing, sir, your class timings? Batch
Timing will be we will share also. It will be from 9:30 in the morning. 9 to
Oh,
9:30
okay.
in the morning. Okay. And you will have all the access of recordings for 1 year complete. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And I'll post it everybody to the group also what it is about. So I'll stop the recording and thanks everybody.